So this is something that causes a lot of people to fail in business. Not only failing in business, but just to fail in a lot of things that they try or start to do in general. Adopting this one principle has allowed me to scale any business I've started to multiple six figures within the first year. Not only that, but it's the mindset change that I've seen in every single person I know that has a successful business. And on the flip side, the people that usually start something and fail adopt this similar approach, adopt the opposite mindset of what I'm about to talk about. So to best illustrate this, let's say if this dollar sign was the end result that you were looking for, and you had about 10 different ways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You had 10 different paths, 10 different options to get there. If I were to give you a really clear example, let's say you were running your business and these circles were all different ads that you could use to sell your service. Now, you don't know which ad is actually the one that's going to get you to that end result. But let's say these were how far each ad would take you. This is how close each ad will get you to that end result that you're trying to get to right there. Now, the only winner is this ad. You have to launch this ad to win. You have to launch ad number 4. Every other ad here is a dud. Every other ad will make you some money, but it's not going to actually scale the business to where you want it to go. So here's where the mindset shift comes in. Here's where it really, really counts. If you talk to anyone that has scaled a successful business, and if you talk to anyone that's just getting started, you will see the two differences in how they would approach this situation. And I've seen this play out over and over and over again with clients that I work with that are brand new to business. I'll tell them, hey, let's launch an ad. And this is exactly how it goes. So let's say this is the beginner, the person that doesn't usually succeed in a lot of things they do and will probably struggle for a long time to get their business off the ground. Person 1 will look at this first ad and they'll spend weeks staring at it. They'll spend days trying to perfect it, days trying to rewrite it, script it. They'll spend so much time looking at it. And then once it's done, they'll consider, should I even launch this? Is this the right ad? They'll spend all this time trying to perfect this one ad, trying to make it like the king of ads. And when they finally launch it and realize that it only gets them right here, that it's a dud, that it doesn't make them any money, they quit. They freak out. They wonder if something's broken. They wonder what's wrong. And then when it comes time to launch ad 2, let's say this is the time that it took them to launch ad 1, they're taking twice as much time because they're twice as skeptical. They're twice as discouraged if they haven't fully stopped and given up on the business as a whole. And let's say they persevere. They do that. They realize this is a dud. But results are a little bit better, but still a dud. Didn't make them any money. Again, they will take a long time to launch ad 3. So imagine if this was a 3-month time span for them. It took this person 3 months just to fail. To them, they've been doing this for a long time. To them, they've tried for so long. For some people, this horizon can be a year. They think they're working hard. They think they're doing a lot. They're so frustrated, confused, wondering why they were not able to get results in their business. Now, that's what someone with the wrong mindset will do. As you start to talk to people that have had a little bit more success in business and know a little bit more about what they're doing, you realize how they actually got their success was not because, like a lot of people, what they think is, the genius. Let's say Purple is the genius marketer, right? The person who is destined to be great at marketing. They think that person just came in, they picked this one, they won, hooray, made money, and away they went. When in reality, the way it really looks is this little 3-month time span for that person with the wrong mindset is actually a 1-week time span or less for the person who is doing it right, for the person who knows that they got to throw more at the wall and see what sticks, right? This is a 1 week, and their 3-month time span is actually all of these options. And guess what? They found this option on month 4. And guess what? Since they found this option on month 4, they stopped, they cut out these iterations, and they took this winner. And what did they do? They now made 4 variations of the winner, trying to see which one can bring them even more returns. And now instead of going from turning $1 into $2, 2xing their income, now they're 4xing their income because they further iterated on what was last working to find something that was working even more so. I remember because I was that guy. I remember when I first launched advertising for my business, I asked some of my friends that were really doing well, and I asked them, how many ads should I launch? What should I spend? I've got one ad running. Do you think these are good results? And they said, I don't know. I've never launched one ad in my life. What do you mean you launched one ad? They were dumbfounded, surprised. And since then, I adopted a different mindset and saw 10x the results. Because the reality is, people will see all 9 of these other circles, every single one outside of this one, as a waste of money. They'll see all of these, this one, 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 this one. They'll think that they just threw that money in the trash. They burned it. When in reality, what they did was they learned something valuable. They learned what not to do. And if you keep learning what not to do for long enough, eventually the only thing left is going to be what to do. And the reason why you keep failing at everything you're starting is because you're not going through enough iterations fast enough in order to learn what to do. It was like when I used to do door-to-door sales. One of the main sayings we had was, I'm collecting enough no's to get my yes. Just because that first ad failed, just because that first piece of content didn't go viral, just because that first book you wrote wasn't a bestseller, it doesn't matter. The people that win are the ones who are willing to chase enough no's. Move fast, iterate fast, don't quit, chase no's. Eventually, everything's just going to come together.